Okay, perfect. Hello, everyone. Good evening and welcome to my very first iTeraCare discovery session. This is a new weekly Zoom that I have recently kickstarted, and the purpose of our weekly Zoom today is very simple. It is to introduce the iTeraCare to as many people as possible. For those of you who are new here, welcome. I am delighted to have all of you here. We'll be having more people joining in. Today, we are all gathered here on this Zoom to kind of look at Price International's flagship product, the iTeraCare, and to discover together what it can do for you. At the same time, we are all gathered here to also listen to a sharing from someone who has used the iTeraCare and has seen amazing results from it, Mr. Musari. So, Mr. Musari, welcome. I'm looking forward to hearing your story. I've already heard it before on Elan's call, but I'm looking forward to hearing it again. I'm looking forward to more people being able to hear your story, and I'm looking forward to all of us understanding the iTerra Care together. So, before I get started, hang on. Okay. Before I get started, let us all kind of take a moment and think about why we are here. The presentation that I am doing today is designed to reach as many people as possible and to make the story of the iTeraCare and our device as simple and as easy to understand as possible. I am not a doctor. This is not a medical presentation. I hope to share about this wonderful product with as simple of an explanation as possible, with as many real stories as I can throw in, and to help all of us discover this amazing product together. So I consider this Zoom a safe space to learn, ask, and discover. So if you do have any questions, if you do have anything you want to ask about the iTeracare, please do drop it in the chat and I will get to your questions. So, firstly, to all of you, welcome. Thank you for taking part in this experiment with me. And the slides that I'm using now, to be honest, I'm not 100% happy with them. I'll be working on them constantly every week. So, I hope to see you guys every week as we explore the iTeracare together. So, firstly, welcome to the iTeracare Discovery session. Why are you here? I mean, if you have been invited here, you were invited here because someone thought this session may be helpful for you or someone that you care about. This is definitely not a medical consultation and not a hard sell pitch at all. It's just a simple session to help you understand what the iTeraCare is, why people use it, and if and why or whether it might be worth exploring further for you. Today, we'll look at what the iTeraCare is. We'll look at how people normally use it. Three different perspectives as to why the device works the way it does. We have Mr. Musari's sharing and also what to do next if you're interested. We're going to end at the top of the hour. I just have a short guided presentation to bring all of you through. And then we'll open it up to a Q&A. If this session interests you, if you're interested in like hearing more about this product, feel free to just reach out to the person who sent you the link. This is a safe and respectful place. We're here to learn together, and I welcome your curiosity in understanding this product. Okay, before we begin, a few important notes for tonight's discovery session. Firstly, this is just a wellness education and a product discovery session designed as a simple public introduction to the iTeraCare. This session is not a medical consultation. It is not a diagnosis or treatment session. It is not a replacement for professional healthcare advice. I am not a doctor. And it's not a hard sell or pressure-based presentation. I am not a salesman. The iTeraCare, I would like to remind all of you, is a household wellness appliance and not a medical device. Individual experiences do vary from person to person. I'll talk more about that. And if you have any serious symptoms or medical conditions, and if you have a medical issue that you would like to deal with, please consult a qualified healthcare professional. I am not a qualified healthcare professional. All I invite you to do is to listen with curiosity, listen responsibly, and decide for yourself. Just so we're clear, the iTeraCare blower is not a medical device, and the manufacturer or us in Prife International do not provide medical advice. We assume that users of this device understand that the device is not intended for medical or diagnostic purposes. Its use should not replace reliance on medical treatment or advice from a qualified healthcare professional. This device has been verified as safe to use, emitting no harmful radiation, and bears labels allowing for international distribution. So, if you have a specific question about a medical condition, do consult your doctor or other healthcare professionals. Use it responsibly. I'm just here to share about this device with you so we can have an open and respectful session. Okay, so first things first, if you're in this call or if you're curious about the iTeraCare, I'm happy to bet that one of the things that you're experiencing in life is a bit of stiffness, some discomfort, some heaviness, or reduced ease of movement. A lot of people who use our device tend to fall into the iTeraCare world, or they get curious about the iTeraCare because, in a very fundamental way, what they're dealing with is not illness necessarily, but just sub-health symptoms. For example, they could be experiencing stiff shoulders and neck. They could be experiencing lower back discomfort, knee discomfort. They could be having heavy or tired legs and feet, cold hands or feet, reduced flexibility, or even just feeling less energetic and they don't know why. A lot of people also have aging parents who need more day-to-day ease. If this is you, you're not alone. Many people feel this every day. I mean, according to the Institute of Health Metrics and Evaluation, as well as the World Health Organization, 619 million people globally experience low back pain. 528 million people live with osteoarthritis worldwide. 365 million people have knee osteoarthritis, and 344 million people may benefit from rehabilitation services. So, if this is what you're feeling like, you are not alone. And in fact, these signs do reflect a bigger global pattern. A lot of people care deeply about mobility, comfort, and function today, fundamentally because the world and the population of the world is changing. Number one, the world is shifting into a more aging population as more people are living into older age, and which increases the need for mobility, function, and self-care support. On top of that, if you look at the way modern life is designed, modern life often means more sitting, less movement, and lower daily activity. Like we are just physically inactive people. As a result, people suffer from a lot of musculoskeletal burdens, which are conditions affecting the back, joints, muscles, and connective tissues. And as a result, or maybe just as a result of being modern people living modern lives, there is a need for rehabilitation. Many people need support, additional external support, not only for survival, but for comfort, function, and to be independent. This matters because this is not just about discomfort. It's about mobility. It's about independence. It's about work. It's about caregiving. And fundamentally, it's about quality of life. Low activity and aging make stiffness, reduced movement, and recovery needs more common. And as a result, families are thinking about daily wellness routines, trying to avoid the incredible cost of walking into a hospital these days with an illness. I mean, the global evidence snapshot, as per the World Health Organization, sources listed below, it shows that more than what 20% of the population of the world, 1.71 billion people, are living with musculoskeletal conditions worldwide. People live with low back pain. By 2020, we have 619 million. And by 2050, we're projecting 843 million people living with low back pain. 31% of adults, which is about 1.8 billion adults, did not meet the recommended physical activity levels in 2022. I mean, the recommended physical activity levels are very minimal, but people still have a hard time meeting those because we just don't live active lives anymore. 1 in 6 people worldwide will be aged more than 60 years old by 2030. That is, 1.4 billion people are going to be aged more than 60 years old by 2030. The concerns you may have could be personal, could be directly related to you and the condition of your physical body, but the pattern that we are seeing is truly global. It is not just you, it is everyone. So, where the iTeraCare comes in is that the iTeraCare is a home use wellness device that combines warm airflow, terahertz frequency, and a routine use. And we recommend this as part of a guided wellness routine over areas that people want to warm, relax, or pay attention to. Uh, the iTeraCare is a household wellness device that delivers warmth, comfort, relaxation, body area awareness, and helps you create a daily wellness routine. This device emits warm airflow and the terahertz frequency, which is a real frequency in the electromagnetic spectrum, around zero point 0.1 to 10 terahertz, which is about 300 billion to 3 trillion cycles per second. This is the energy that is being emitted out of the iTeraCare devices that are handheld terahertz emitters. So it's warmth that you can feel, and it's technology that while it could sound complicated, you could truly explain it very simply. And when we talk about people using the iTeraCare, we do talk about people using it on their body to relieve all of these musculoskeletal tensions that they face. Using the iTeraCare is really simple. As complicated as terahertz or any of this sounds, the way you use this device, how this device fits into your daily routine is incredibly simple. We have 10 points that we highlight. Drink 2 glasses of warm water before it. Spend about 2 to 3 minutes per area and just go through one by one and spend about 2 to 3 minutes using the iTeraCare on these parts of the body. If you could build this as a routine, and if you could build this as a routine, you're going to see incredible relief from whatever you could be facing. And why it works. There are actually three different ways that I like to think about the iTeraCare. So the iTeraCare as a device, it's a device that emits terahertz frequency and warmth and hot air. So we can actually look at this device from three different frameworks that could give you an understanding as to why this works. And we're going to look at all of these different explanation models one by one. So, firstly, from a purely scientific perspective, this is a device that emits warmth and terahertz frequency. So when you look at terahertz frequency, and we're going to be looking at it a little deeper later, there's a lot of effects that can be found from the terahertz frequency. And by emitting it from the device and shining it into your body, that is part of why people are seeing the relief that we are describing. We can also describe the iTeraCare from the perspective of traditional Chinese medicine or through the meridian perspective, where we look at traditional Chinese medicine describing the body as a set of flow through meridians and pathways. And discomfort in the body or any kind of tightness that you feel could be explained as a form of stagnation or blockage or imbalance within this network. We can also look at the iTeraCare from the perspective of like modern body work, where we take a look at the fascia and why a whole body routine matters more than chasing a single spot. So people around the world are facing issues with their body, and the iTeraCare works to relieve that. But why it does what it does can be seen from these three different but equally useful lenses. So, firstly, what is the terahertz frequency? These devices emit terahertz frequency, which is a real electromagnetic band. It's not just a marketing word. The terahertz frequency is part of the electromagnetic spectrum that's located between microwaves and infrared. So, the NIST, the National Institute of Science and Technology in the US, describes the terahertz radiation as something that is around 300 billion to 3 trillion cycles per second. And scientific research looking into the terahertz frequency often research the frequency in the range of between zero point 0.1 to 10 terahertz. This is a real physical frequency band that's being emitted by our devices that is being studied in science and engineering. Terahertz research is used in areas such as spectroscopy, imaging, materials research, and biomedical research. This is not just energy talk, this is true science. So people feel warmth immediately and they learn about terahertz. So, have this being a real frequency band doesn't mean that every online claim is proven, and you should still discuss the iTeraCare as a household wellness device, not a medical device. So, electromagnetic energy travels in waves across a broad spectrum, and infrared is commonly experienced as heat. So, in thinking about the terahertz, in thinking about the effects of the terahertz frequency on the human body, I invite all of you to also do your own research about this. Maybe you can do this. Go to Google. I think you guys can see my browser. There we go. And just search for terahertz um, health benefits research paper. So what you will find is that this same frequency that is being emitted by our device is also currently actively being researched into the condition of various different issues that people can face, from neurological discomfort management, tissue regeneration, non-invasive medical diagnostics, etc. There are a lot of medical research into the terahertz frequency, including this one that I just saw, which is a treatment approach for PTSD by using terahertz photons to improve cognitive functions. There's a lot. There's a lot that you can look into, and I do encourage all of you to do your research and to just look at all of the different things that is being researched in the world of terahertz frequency. So the what you need to know about the iTeraCare is that the iTeraCare is designed as a device that can emit this same frequency. We do position it as a household wellness device. It is not a medical device. That is why I am not making any medical claims in this presentation. However, we were the first people to introduce a terahertz emitting device into the market. And if you look at the date of all of the research that's being done into the terahertz frequency, a lot of that has come out after Price International has popularized the use of the terahertz frequency into the human body. So this device emits the terahertz frequency and also warmth, which is what people feel. So why does warmth matter? Why do we include heat along with the terahertz frequency? Why do we use this? Because number one, it's something that people notice immediately. When people use this, what they notice immediately is warmth, moving air, comfort, and body awareness. We use heat because heat is widely used in self-care and rehabilitation services. There's a lot of research that looks at how heat can create relief from discomfort, increase flexibility, and also improved muscular strength. Heat therapy remains a potentially beneficial and safe supportive option in musculoskeletal contexts. So, by including heat with the terahertz frequency, we are able to help with relief from discomfort, improve flexibility, and also make movement feel easier. The gentle warmth that we emit using the device can support relaxation and local blood flow. And NASA does note that humans commonly experience infrared as heat. So, just a few notes for clarity. Different people do respond differently. Routine and consistency still matters, and I'll talk about that too in a bit. And the iTeraCare is presented as a household wellness appliance, not a medical device. The warmth and terahertz is what makes it work. So, aside from using Western science and modern medicine to look at it, you can also understand why the iTeraCare works from the perspective of traditional Chinese medicine. So, the modern way of looking at the human body has always been to consider the human body as different separate organs that are rarely taken care of in a holistic perspective. Meaning, if you have an issue with your liver and you go to the doctor, he's going to give you something for your liver. If you have an issue with your kidneys, you're probably going to take something for your kidneys. And if you have something going on with your lungs, it's going to people when you go to a doctor, they're going to give you something that deals directly with the lungs. However, traditional Chinese medicine explains the whole body as the flow of energy in these highways and superhighways that run through the entire body. So, according to traditional Chinese medicine, the human body has 12 primary meridians, which are 12 primary energy flow channels that flow through the human body, and also these two major superhighways. So, according to traditional Chinese medicine, energy or qi should flow through your body, and when the flow is smooth, the body functions harmoniously. And when the flow is blocked or stagnant, people may experience tightness, heaviness, or discomfort. So we use the 10-point protocol that I mentioned earlier. We have this easy to use idea of how to do this, how to use the iTeraCare, just to use it at the 10 points in your body. And the reason why we do have these 10 points in your body is because they align with multiple meridian points in the body. When you use the iTeraCare for 2 to 3 minutes on your palm, that's where several meridian pathways begin or end. When you use it at the sole of your feet, that's associated with the kidney meridian. Blowing it up and down your backbone targets the bladder meridian as well, along with your head, upper back, neck, armpit, buttocks, groin, and around the knees. When you use the iTeraCare at these 10 points around your body, the heat and the terahertz frequency that's being emitted from these devices penetrate through into your body and stimulate all of the 365 acupuncture points, especially at these 10 points. And they are stimulated. And when they're stimulated, they let go of whatever is causing a blockage in the flow, in the energy flow in your body. And that is what gets your body to feel better and to feel relief when you use the iTeraCare. Another way to think about the iTeraCare is to understand it from the perspective of the fascia. So, the fascia in your body, you can think of the fascia in your body as kind of like a skin tight suit that you wear underneath your skin. It is a connective tissue that runs all over your body, connecting your muscles, joints, nerves, vessels, and organs. And it forms these sheets and layers that help to transmit force that allow structures to glide. There's a lot of research that has been done in the fascia that looks at how, if the fascia is not hydrated well and it is stiff, it is tight, it becomes something that disrupts your body's ability to move freely. So because the fascia is continuous around the body, warmth, movement, hydration, and repetition are what helps to help unlock your fascia and help your body move better. So when you want to look at how the iTeraCare works specifically for the fascia, the warmth and the terahertz frequency help to make an area feel more relaxed, more comfortable, and easy to move. The heat and the terahertz frequency help your tissues in your fascia lubricate and glide. And that's why we often emphasize water, drinking water, having a routine, and following through. People who have a stiff fascia often feel sticky, guarded, or restricted, but with using the iTeraCare on the 10 points in your body, all over your body, repetitively across multiple parts of the body, you would start to feel a softer and more open feeling in the area. And with a stronger routine and self-care consistency, using the iTeraCare all over your body can help to show incredible relief from whatever body tightness that you could be experiencing. So when people use the iTeraCare, they tend to start at the common areas that they feel any kind of tightness. So if you are experiencing any of the musculoskeletal issues that we spoke about earlier, whether it is pain, whether it is tightness or discomfort in your shoulders and neck, upper back, lower back, your knees, your legs and calves, your feet and soles, the palm of your hands, or even anywhere in your body, using the iTeraCare, just taking it, holding it in your hands, and using it on that part of the body can actually show you what I'm talking about a lot better than what I'm trying to explain here with the science. It is what people feel is that with the warmth, airflow, and comfort with the terahertz frequency being emitted, they feel a sense of loosening, they feel a sense of comfort, less tension, improved flow, and as a result, incredible relief from whatever discomfort they could be experiencing. The reason why we focus on proper use and routine, and our experienced sharer is going to be talking about his own experience with building a routine with the iTeraCare, is that when you have a routine, that's when it really starts to work. The common reason a lot of people say that they've tried it but nothing has happened is either because they've used it for too short of a time, too random of a frequency, too inconsistently, or they just expected instant magic. Using it casually for a minute or two once in a while just doesn't work. This device is closer to a treadmill than a magic wand, where if you are using it consistently, you can guarantee to see the results that you're looking for. So, an important precaution, the people who should be careful in their usage of the iTeraCare. If you are pregnant or if you're menstruating, do not blow the iTeraCare directly on the lower abdominal area. If you have a heart stent or anything implanted in your body, in your eye, or anything like that, then just don't blow it directly over that part. You can use it on other parts of the body. Other than this, anyone can use the iTeraCare to see the changes that they're looking for. So tying this back to the experience of our sharer and to what most people are experiencing today. Aging bodies are what mainly need warmth, movement, and routine because everyone gets older. We all age. everyone. This is the one thing that we cannot stop. Time goes on. But healthy aging is about preserving comfort, mobility, and functional ability. It's not just about treating diseases, because remember, by 2030, 1 in 6 people worldwide are going to be aged more than 60 years old. Osteoarthritis is a common symptom that affects knees, hips, spine, and hands. And the symptoms of this does include stiffness and trouble moving. And 1.71 billion people live with musculoskeletal conditions globally. So, what tends to change with age is that as you get older, you would experience your joints feeling stiffer. You may experience lower back discomfort. If you have reduced movement, that could weaken your muscles and make daily activities harder. So, healthy aging is defined in terms of functional ability and intrinsic capacity. And warmth and terahertz frequency, this therapy using the iTeraCare could could provide you improved flexibility in several musculoskeletal contexts. The warmth and the frequency can make that area feel more comfortable and less guarded. It could relax parts of your body that are tight. And as you start to move again more comfortably, you would start to feel more confident in your body again. As one gets older, the most valuable thing we have is comfort. And that is why a device that can create this comfort that is self-created, that can give you the independence to take care of your own body, that is what people are looking for. So we emphasize that in using the iTeraCare, we emphasize that you think of it as a treadmill, that you can just, instead of walking on the treadmill, you can just turn on this device and blow the effects of working out all over your body. And just like using a treadmill, routine matters more than a 1 minute demo. Repetition over days or weeks is much more meaningful than one short random try. And whole body routines is what matter, because stiffness is truly often broader than one spot. Hydration, gentle walking, and follow through, along with using our device, is what helps you judge the experience. Because the real goal of using the iTeraCare every day, especially if you are using it to age in a healthier way, the real goal is easier daily function. It is getting up, it is walking, it is reaching, and it is moving with more confidence with more confidence. So while the warm airflow is the immediate part that people notice, the terahertz is the technology inside the device, and routine is what will create the kind of results that you want to look for over time. So, from stiffness to function, the iTeraCare fits into a very practical, healthy aging routine for real everyday problems, especially if you're dealing with knee stiffness, lower back tightness, neck and shoulder tension, heavy legs, as well as whole body stiffness. Using warmth and terahertz frequency can help to make areas feel more comfortable. Being able to move your body will rebuild your confidence and mobility. It can give you broader area support and a whole body follow through. So people tend to use the iTeraCare around on parts of their body where they're feeling it first. And with the 10-point routine that they use every day across 2 to 3 weeks, they'll start to see incredible long-term changes that will truly improve their quality of health and their quality of life. So, along with this, I would like to now invite our user for this week, Mr. Musari, to share his story. Just a little information about Mr. Musari. He is active, and then he is an amazingly active man, as you'll see, at the age of 80 years old. He's from Singapore, and today he's going to give his personal sharing about comfort, movement, and staying active at age 80. So, as he shares his story, I invite all of you to think about these. Think about what he was experiencing before he used the iTeraCare. Think about what he did with the iTeraCare, what he noticed, and what he does now. Figure out what problem was the most important to him, whether he used it in one random try or as a real routine, what he noticed first, and what became easier in his daily life. And as you listen to his story, think about whether you or whether someone in your family could relate to his story. So, with that, I would like to now invite Mr. Musari Asri to share his story and there we go, to share his story and to walk us through how his life was before using the iTeraCare, how he used it, what he felt after, and what and anything else he would like to share with all of us. So, Mr. Musari, welcome. I would like to give you the floor. Please unmute, sir. Hang on, Mr. Musari, you need to unmute. See if we can click unmute.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Perfect.
Right.
Yes, we can hear you now, but do speak up a little bit, sir. Thank you.
Is it okay now? Is it? Yeah, okay. Hi, everyone, and a very good evening to everyone in this room. I was asked to share my experience in using the iTeraCare device, which is, I'm glad to say that I've used it for about 2 years now, and I feel it's very comfortable. Before I go further into my experience of using iTeraCare, allow me please to introduce my humble self. I'm 80 years old. I'm a retired Army officer from the Singapore Armed Forces, and I'm now staying in Singapore. This is really be a short introduction. Now, my main issue began somewhere in the middle of 2023. I begin to feel, numbness and pain in my left heels when I'm walking along the path. And I feel more worse if I accidentally step on something hard, like a small pebble or something else. Following that, I also feel a tingling in my in my left calf. So I was trying to do something else with myself, like applying neuropathic cream, hot oil, doing outdoor exercise, and so on. So this goes on until 2, 3 months, and I don't get any result from it. So while surfing the social media, I came across this iTeraCare device, and I looked into it further and delved further into the uh, works of this iTeraCare and how it works. And I decided to look further into it. I came across Miss Lee in the social media, and I consulted her whether this would be good for me. And so we had a meeting in Singapore in the iTeraCare Center. That was sometime in May 2024. So when I went up to the iTeraCare Center, Miss Lee and the staff there can vouch that I came in limping with a walking stick. So that was my condition. So Miss Lee gave me a very good explanation and how this iTeraCare works. And with my research and a little bit of investigation, I wish to try on my body. So basically, Miss Lee conducted demonstration that is blowing the blower onto my body and also through the area where I had a problem, that is the left leg. She demonstrated to me about this blowing for about almost an hour. And during this period of this 1 hour, I felt something tingling, or rather, signal in the nerves. It was a very big signal, but there was a signal. It was a signal very good. So what I did was, at the session, I decided to get one of this iTeraCare, and I bought the premium one. So with that advice and conditions and instructions given by Ms. Lee and also from literature, I began routinely to work on the blower for myself at home. During the first month of this trying, I did not feel very much of changes, to be very honest. But it began to feel something better on the second month. So what I do is I blow it very routinely every day for almost 1 to 1.5 hours. And before that, I always take a shower first and then my body. So I believe that the terahertz wave is penetrating better into the body with your body being damped. Um, so what happened was this, I continue for the second month, and at the end of the second month into the third month completely, I begin to feel very good relief of my pains and my numbness in the heel. So I begin to feel very light in walking, and I don't feel much of a pain. And as I continue until goes into 2025. And by the end of the year, honestly speaking, the numbness in the heels and the tingling in the calf has completely gone. So I was very happy then, and I began be able to travel overseas in long trips. I managed to travel to Central Asia and visit the Silk Road and to Indonesia. And also every other month, also travel on a tour bus to Malaysia to have a wonderful feast of your Musang King and your local food over in Johor Bahru and also near Batu Pahat. Well, I must say that this iTeraCare did very good thing for me, and I'm still doing it. Although my tingling on the left calf and the numbness in the heels has already gone, I'll continue using it for my body. One thing I must tell you that it must be done routinely and it is done correctly. And it cannot be just be done, has once a while or as you like it and so on. It has to be done routinely. Just like, when you are doing your computer work, it's better to do 20 minutes of work on the computer every day than to do 2 hours over a weekend or 2 hours over 2 weeks. And that is the purpose. Now, with that, I must also say that this iTeraCare is not something like this magic. It may did a good thing to me, but it may not be due to you. But honestly speaking, if you have a faith in it and do this routinely, it will definitely solve your health issues in wherever parts of the body it is. Now, on this point, I must say that I'm not an agent of Pyro International or I'm a promoting sales, right? I was asked to share my experience and which I'm really happy to share with every one of you here. Now, before taking my words, I think you should consult your consultants about this iTeraCare and get more information about this. I couldn't cover everything because I myself is not a medical person. I got no medical background. I got nothing. I'm only just an infantryman, all right, moving from one place to another, all right, carrying arms and so on. And at this age, I feel that I'm quite healthy, other than the common flu or cough. And beyond that, I'm still okay. And I hope every one of you will live to the rightful age as myself or beyond. And also, you must take care of your food and be selective about it. So at this age, I'm sure every one of you there is about 45, 50, 60. All right. And it's good that you be strong towards a rightful age like myself. Although every day seems to be, to me, is my nearer to my grave, but I still want to be healthy and to say goodbye to the world smiling. Without reservation, I only say that my numbness in my thing has completely done. And I wish to say that I did it without any reliance on anybody else. When I bought the premier iTeraCare Hertz, I also bought the auto stand. And that auto stand relieved my family members, my children, or whatever it is, all right, from holding the blower for 1 hour to an hour, which might be very boring to them. So when I bought the auto stand, it allows me to be independent. At the same time, I can do any other things like watching television, reading newspaper, and whatever it is. And while the blower is blowing right behind me or whatever place that I want to. So with that, I should say that I wish everyone and for you a very good health and good life in time to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Musari, for that amazing sharing. I really appreciate your sincerity in sharing your real experience. I'm also happy to note that as a good soldier, as a good infantryman, you're still able to live with that physical capacity because you have carried your country on your back. And I'm happy that we are able to help you carry your back with you. The best thing I got from your sharing, Mr. Musari, is the fact that your first month of using the iTeraCare, you did not feel long-term changes, and you only started feeling it after using it consistently for more than 1 month. In your second month, that's when you felt the changes. That to me is something that I really, really want to highlight to everybody here. What we have in Price International is not a miracle device. It is something that has to be used consistently and as a routine. And that's how you also, just like Mr. Musari, can travel the world at an age where most people would just be in bed at home. So, Mr. Musari, once again, thank you so much. Thanks for sharing your story. I hope you uh, accept more of our invitations to share your story as we try to reach out to more people who are hitting that age and can feel the kind of relief that you're feeling. I am less than half your age, and I am also wanting to make sure that I don't get to a point where I am not able to live my best life as well. So again, thank you, and let's get back to our presentation. If you guys have any questions for Mr. Musari, do drop it in the chat. We are very proud of you. Awesome sharing. And yes, Mr. Musari, durian is in season now. So please come back up to Malaysia, come up to KL, and we'll get some durian with you. So, okay, now, these our devices, the iTeraCare, the product did not appear overnight. It's not some magic product that just showed up. The iTeraCare was built through invention, research, refinement, and a global distribution partnership. So, Professor Yang Wengjun is the inventor behind the iTeraCare, and he is a recognized terahertz lightwave expert. In 2014, he made the world's first terahertz lightwave device. He did after 8 years of research, Yang Wengjun was appointed a think tank member by the Chinese Academy of Management Science, and his work is what laid the foundation for the iTeraCare device series that we use today. The technology was developed through Professor Yang Wengjun's company, Daeshang International, and over time, he refined the invention to a more practical, user-friendly household wellness appliance. Product development from Daeshang improved the device design, user guidance, and that's why the iTeraca is not a random gadget, but it is a matured wellness product system. So Prive International is the global sole and exclusive distributor of the iTeraCare device, and we are the ones who have the original technology and the crystal that is being used in the devices. Now, in this world of like when Prime International was started in 2021 as the sole and exclusive distributor of these iTeraCare devices, we were because Professor Yang Wengjun is the man who invented and patented a handheld terahertz emitter. He exclusively works only with Price International as we are his global sole and exclusive distributors. And we have been doing this for more than 5 years now. We have been doing this for 5 years. That is 5 years of testimonials, 5 years of stories, 5 years of real user experiences showing that it works. Now, in this commercial world of competition, I've noticed a lot of new companies coming up claiming to have similar technology and some even claiming to have the technology from Deschamps. Ladies and gentlemen, that is not possible. That is not possible. We are partners with Deschamps and we are their global sole and exclusive distributors because our credibility comes from the fact that we didn't just start our company yesterday. The iTeraCare device has gone through incredible evolution from a technology from the first generation terahertz lightwave device in 2014, costing $412,000 to develop this. And then the next generation in 2017, where he refined the technology a little bit and dropped it down to about 20% of the cost. The third generation device, and which is the first release to market commercial device. Prive International came in 2021, and we launched the first iTeraCare home use devices globally, which is the classic and the premium. In 2024, we launched the Premium Plus. In 2025, we launched the Pro Plus, which has the same form factor, the same terahertz platform, but now comes with negative ion output. And in the fourth quarter of 2026, I mean, in fact, to be honest, it's either going to be late July or early August, but just to be safe, because we have a track record of being late with our launches, I'm going to call it the fourth quarter of 2026. We have coming up the iTeraCare Classic Plus, which continues the same iTeraCare lineage with the same core technology, but also now comes with negative ions as well. So what stays consistent across all the iTeraCare devices is our three-in-one core technology, the terahertz, the quantum, and the optical quartz. All of the iTeraCare devices have the original signature crystal tube, which is the technology component at the heart of the system. So our technology platform remains consistent even as the devices become more user-friendly. And the Pro Plus and the Classic Plus also emit abundant amounts of negative ions as part of the latest generation experience. All the iTeraCare devices are produced in the iTeraCare manufacturing facility, which is an ISO 9001 certified factory operating at world-class standards. Manufacturing and product design are overseen by Professor Yang Wengjun, who is the inventor of the iTeraCare and the chairman of the Deschamps Group. And it is his device that he continuously improves on for us. So, Price International, once again, is the global, sole, and exclusive distributor of the iTeraCare devices. We bring iTeraCare to the market through education, distribution, and support, and the Deschamps Price partnership connects invention, manufacturing, and global reach. All of the products have the same three-in-one core technology of terahertz, quantum, and optical quartz, with the Pro Plus and the upcoming Classic Plus now having a ton of negative ions as well. So when we look at the safety of these devices, the iTeraCare being a device that we sell globally for the last 5 years, because guys, trust me, like that is something no one else can even come close to comparing themselves to, because not only were we the first in the market, we were the first in the global market as well by having a handheld terahertz emitter that is certified as a household wellness appliance, which is designed for daily use with clear operating guidance. Our products are supported by safety demonstrations showing zero ultraviolet and zero radiation. The safety and efficacy of our devices have been documented significantly through testing, inspection, and certification work from multiple institutions. And Price also protects our customers through a $1 million product liability insurance for added peace of mind. We have done documented testing and certifications by having safety inspection reports that um, test our products, CEEMC report that document electromagnetic compliance. We have the terahertz wavelength, emissivity, antibacterial rate, microelements, and material testing for our current device models. Other certifications that we have include electrical safety inspection, design pattern documentation, trace elements analysis, and also the China quality certification. And our devices, through Professor Yang Wengjun's research, his research has been issued 62 clinical test reports by the Beijing Research Institute of Chemical Technology to showcase the efficacy of the iTeraCare devices. And we are very confident in our technology because this gives users real documentation, not just claims. We have real stories like what you just heard, real stories from all around the world in every single continent in the world except Antarctica. And we can't use it there because the ice will melt. So we have stories and a presence in every single country in every single continent in the world. And all of this is supported by product education, incredible manufacturing, testing, and quality control. And we hope that this helps you make calm, responsible buying decisions. Documented safety is part of our product credibility. And again, just as an important user precaution, uh, avoid use of. So, Vicky, all of the certifications are shared as a copy in our private official slides. You can get it from there. Check with the CTO's office. Thank you. So, important user precautions. Don't use it on the lower abdomen during pregnancy. Don't use it over implanted objects or stent areas. Don't direct the airflow into the eyes. Don't use on open wounds or fractures. And if you're unsure, consult a qualified healthcare professional. So these are devices that have patents, safety documentation, safety inspection reports, all of which are made available in our official slides. And this is what gives us confidence in the device that we have. So where Price International as an organization comes in is that we are the global company with a mission to bring iTeraCare wellness solutions to the world. We are the global sole and exclusive distributor of the iTeraCare devices from the Deshan Group. We have a structured and trusted organization, leadership you can trust, world-class manufacturing. We've been recognized globally by having like tons of awards for the company. And all of our devices come from the same manufacturer, overseen by Professor Yang Wengjun, with a reach everywhere in the world. So we're present in 80 countries and regions and rapidly growing. And we have a global network of partners bringing health, hope, and opportunity to millions worldwide. Mr. Musari, we do not do trade-ins, but we would like to assure you that the devices that you have bought work just as well. The new devices, we're adding negative ions into it, but for what you're using it for, the results are pretty much similar. So I hope if you have a device with you, I hope you're happy with it. If you would like to buy a new one in a few months, then you can try out the Classic Plus. So we have a presence in over 80 countries and regions, which is also a opportunity for those of you who would like to share about these, because you can share this to anyone anywhere in the world. And if anyone wants to buy it, we can serve them for you. So, okay, as we wrap up our conversation, who might find the iTeraCare relevant? The common audience groups that we have are aging parents and seniors, or people who just want more daily ease, comfort, mobility, and confidence in their movement. This is also very useful for caregivers and family decision makers, for people who are looking for practical routines that they can support at home. It's amazing for desk workers and screen time lifestyles, people who are on the phone or on the computer a lot. It's amazing for people who stand or walk a lot because they have a lot of discomfort in their body, for active adults and wellness-minded users. And also, we love skeptical but curious people. Try it out for yourself. See the results for yourself. Why we relate to these groups is because they have issues that we can take care of, and they recognize the everyday problems more than technical jargon. So if you are in this group, then do check out the iTeraCare, because it is becoming increasingly relevant in terms of the global stage. And also, to be honest, keep this in mind. This is not for sick people. As in, this is not exclusively for sick people. A person does not need to be very sick to find iTeraCare relevant because our relevance, our fundamental relevance is for people who just deal with daily body discomfort and just want more freedom of movement, and our devices can give that to you, especially if you deal with daily stiffness, tension, movement, aging, or caregiving. So, what to ask yourself after today? Think about what daily problem matters most to you or your family. What area you would like to try it on first? Would you whether you would actually be willing to use it as a real routine, not just a 1 minute test? Who in your household could benefit from the most from learning a 10-point routine? If you have any precautions or practical questions, you still need answers. And ask yourself whether you're looking for a miracle or a practical wellness appliance you can learn to use properly. Because if it's the latter, then the iTeraCare will help you out. We're not in the business of for miracles. We're in the business of giving you technology that can work with a consistent routine. So as you think about making a decision, understand the iTeraCare. You've heard a real user story. Next thing you got to do is you got to try a demo, learn the routine, and then decide based on whether it fits your household need. So you're not under any kind of pressure, and when you're deciding, think about all of this. The best buyer is an informed user, and the best household owner is someone who's willing to learn the routine. So if today's session made sense to you, here's the best way to move forward. Number one, get back to the person who invited you. Speak to the person who invited you and ask to try the iTeraCare properly. Ask for a proper demo on a real area that you care about. Learn the basics about our device. Notice what you feel first. And if it fits your needs, then discuss owning one for yourself or your household. A good demo would include a real life problem area, a clear explanation, enough time, Q&A, and proper guidance. So what to remember is that there's no pressure here. Just if you like it, you can get it. It's up to you. But routine is what makes a difference. Routine matters more than random use. Individual experiences may vary, and always make a decision when you're calm, when you're calm and informed. So we have a lot of different models. And if you're looking at a model to pick up, especially if you're in Malaysia, because we're running a double deal in Malaysia, you can try out the iTeraCare Premium. So we have many different models. Mr. Musari, you have the Premium Plus. This is a model called the iTeraCare Premium. It's a very simple way to get started. It's compact, it's practical, it's easy to use at home. It is, in fact, the smallest and lightest version of the different iTeraCare devices that we have. So it is, in fact, like if you're looking for a really portable, easy to use, easy to throw around device for you, then do consider the iTeraCare Premium. One of these units costs 1,200 US dollars and includes a gold membership in Price International. Right now, for this month, we are having a double deal where you can get 1 plus 1 iTeraCare Premium, where you can get 2 units for just an extra, what, $282 for $1,482 with 660 PV. So you can get 2 units, which is more value for couples, families, or shared use. So if you're interested in this, ask the person who invited you about the premium package and the double deal offer. So our mission is to have one iTeraCare in every household. So many families around the world are thinking of healthy aging and comfort as well as functional ability. Daily stiffness and tension and movement concerns are common around the world, and people value the tools that they can understand, use, and revisit consistently. A household wellness appliance is so meaningful when the whole family knows how to use it properly. And healthy aging is developing and maintaining functional ability that enables well-being in your older age. So we hope for with one iTeraCare in every household. We hope for more homes where comfort and movement are supported, more older adults feeling more confident in their daily life, more families learning a practical wellness routine together, and more responsible conversations and less hype. Our mission to bring one iTeraCare in every household is about education, routine, and responsible wellness support. So, as a final note, thank you all for joining. I'm open to questions. Q&A are welcome. You can ask your questions now. But what I do advise is stay curious, try it properly, and decide calmly. What to remember that all of this has been a wellness education session, not medical advice. iTeraCare is a household wellness appliance, not a medical device. Proper use, routine, hydration, and consistency is what matter. Individual results may vary, and real stories help us understand the routine that people do. Questions that you could have or that you can ask the person who sent you the link. Which area would be most relevant for you or your family? How should you do a proper first demo? What routines or precautions should you know? Who in your household might benefit the most, and what responsible ownership would look like? Your next step: get back to the person who invited you. Ask for a proper demo in a real life area, learn the basics of using our device, and if it fits your needs, discuss owning one for yourself and your household. Thank you all for learning with us tonight. And with that, I would like to bring an end to our presentation. Thank you all for joining in. If you have any questions, now is a great time to unmute and ask your question. If you have any comments you would like to make, now is a great time to unmute and do that as well. I believe participants can unmute. Yes, they can. Nida, I see you've unmuted. Do you have a question? I guess not. You're welcome to everyone. Thank you all for joining in this call. Yilan, please share something.
Yeah, okay. Just a quick one. Thank you so much for that sharing, Mugi. I think this is a very fresh approach of looking into iTeraCare because it's really what it is. It's a wellness tool that's needed in every household, you know. It's not just something to mend a wound or to address something that is like a sickness or so, but it's just something that is there and you need it. Like, you know, sometimes we have a little sprain or a twisted ankle, you know, that's the first thing we go to. We don't have to run to the doctor as yet because like it's like the first aid in the household. So that's what we've been using for the past 3 over years or so. It's been the first go-to whenever you feel discomfort, you have cramps in the middle of the night, you also use it. You know, you feel a bit tight somewhere, after, then you use it. After exercise, you feel a bit painful in your muscles, you use it. So it is, if you understand the iTeraCare, I find that it's really like your personal, I won't say doctor, lah, the personal masseur or you know, somewhere that you have it with you all the time. The other thing is that I have a video of Mr. Musari using that auto stand, which I would like to share so that, I mean, for
Go
new
ahead.
friends here who do not get what it means, I'll just share quickly that slide which I had for him early. Is it all right?
Yes, please.
Okay, so yeah, this is Mr. Musari. He kindly shared this video that he did using the auto stand that he puts the device on and you just relax, you know, like he wants to blow on his legs. Instead of using your hand, you use the auto stand. And the other one is like, you know, he can be reading his newspaper or watching TV and he has that stand blowing at his neck and shoulder to relax him as well. And this is also something that I do sometimes is when I'm doing my work at the computer, you have it behind blowing your spine, okay, which is really useful for this device. The blowing the spine is really important. So yes, it's like being like a pet in the house lah. It's just there for you, doing something for you. So yep, those who have difficulty doing on your own, you may consider getting the auto stand so that you do not miss out blowing lah, this using the iTeraCare. Okay, thank you.
You're
Back to
welcome.
you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing that. That is very true. One thing that I will never get tired of saying as much as you guys get tired of hearing me say it, this is not a miracle device. This is not a magic wand. This is equivalent to a treadmill. But instead of you hopping, going on a treadmill and physically walking on it, when you use the iTeraCare, it's kind of like you're having the effect of the treadmill being shined into your body. But just like a treadmill, it is using it consistently for at least 20 to 30 minutes each time. Every day is what will create the change. So if you have the iTeraCare, use it every day. If you don't have the iTeraCare, think about getting one. Go back to the person who sent you the link and ask them to give you a demo and they will help you out. Before we end the meeting, and I know we're 10 minutes past time, thank you all for staying. Before we end the meeting, Mr. Musari, do you have any last words to share with us, sir? Wait, hang on. You'll have to unmute again. I'm sorry.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Having a iTeraCare blower, I think it's good for the household and for every one of you who is know the best that prevention is better than cure. So as Miss Lee mentioned, right, it is not a doctor in a house, but it's something comfortable. But if you wish to have it every day until without having problem, it's better still. So it is prevention better than cure. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Musari. Uh, Before we say goodbye, this is the end of the call. I know we've got 10, 11 minutes past time now. Before we say goodbye, I would, as usual, I'm not going to take a photo or a screenshot, but I do invite all of you to turn on your camera for a while and just say goodbye to each other because it's so nice to see each other's faces. Hi, Marietta. Hi, Roland. Hi, Linda. Hi, Mel. Hi, Dean. Hi, Sanen. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Dr. Fazli. Hi, Apollina. Hi, Evie. Hi to everyone. Hi, Lena. Nice to see you. Anyone else who would like to join us? Hi, Ramesh. Hi, Tessie. Hi, Helen. Hi, William. You're welcome, Charles. Let's see, who else do we have here? Fantastic. Look at all these people. Hi, Tessie. Next week, we're going to be having a sharer from the Philippines who is going to be sharing how she has used the iTeraCare very effectively for her aging mother and her aging dog as well. So for caretakers, the testimonial next week is going to be very interesting. Hi, Marife. Hi, Constellation. Hi everyone, hi Ramesh, and hi and goodbye. So nice to see all of you in this Zoom. Hope to see all of you guys again next week. Thank you for staying this long and see you
Goodbye.
next week. Goodbye,
Bye and good
everyone.
night.
Bye.